Good, this is Dragon Bros Nerdsville. I finished watching a few videos on YouTube about things that have been removed from WWE games, like matches, features, and weapons. I honestly believe, well, one of them, I believe that these items in there are good because you literally have that nostalgia, you have that beautiful sense of artistry, of respecting the old, literally the previous generation of professional wrestling. When in the the outlaw era of like the late 1970s of professional wrestling in America, and don't forget the 80s and 90s of Japan with a little bit of ECW action. You had anything goes when it comes to the professional wrestling there. And it was just so literally amazing to see that how much they were put into these games. Like the mops being used, barbed wire wrapped weapons, and thumbtacks, and these sort of bits and pieces have now been removed. It's just so. It's just sorry. It's just becoming a bit. It's just ludicrous to have these things being removed. It's not like a child, after playing a WWE game, would go and fill literally one of these bags. This is a commercial recycling service bag thing, and fill this thing up with thumbtacks or anything to do with anything to do with anything sharp, like as I said, thumbtacks, broken glass, shredded bits of steel, and then pour it on the ground and drop a best friend or a teddy bear on there, or any other plush animal. Also, and it's like the barbed wire thing. I doubt that parents will allow them to have barbed wire. Fire extinguishers and all the other weapons that have been mentioned in that particular video. Mops and like mops. You can go into the laundry or wherever and get the mop and start swinging around smacking people with it. But I doubt that would happen. Another feature, this is more of a feature instead of a weapon. The feature was the draft. I honestly believe the draft itself is an acceptable thing when it comes to WWE games, especially when this past year we now have the brand split of Raw and SmackDown Live. And to firstly, you got like the draft picks and that from last year. Now we move on, and I believe that should be returning to this year's games. But the simple reason is you get a shake-up, like literally a superstar shake-up, and to remove it from the games was silly. Hashtag return the draft. Another feature that this is like a match. Well, these two matches are Undertaker and Kane specialities. One of them being the Buried Alive or casket style match, and the other one is the Inferno match. It's just so. I can see where some things would be taken out because of legal issues, and I use air quotation marks here because I find it absolutely ridiculous. Then you look at burying a kid alive or burning a kid. But those sort of matches in those games were actually quite good, and it's just brought out those wonderful things. Ref bump interferences that was taken out. Again, paying a disservice to the history of professional wrestling, especially the history of the WWE. Taking out the mixed tag team, the mixed tag matches. Back in the day, when WWF Attitude came out, you could have Mark Mero and Sable versus Jacques Willin and Farouk. Or in ECW games, you could have Francine and Rhino versus Bueller and Tommy Dreamer. And to take out that sort of match, he's virtually trying to rewrite the history of the vast histories of the WWE. Huh. And there's some crazy person outside. And there's just so many things like that, you know. It just takes away from the history. The gauntlet match. Wow. I loved to play that game. From, I think it was the third SmackDown game that I started playing. SmackDown game. I played it. I was like, whoa. How many? I literally was this during my first run of this gauntlet match, aka the Slobber Knocker. I was like, Slobber Knocker, okay, I'll try it, and I thought Slobber Knocker was something to do with something from Texas or Arizona or Georgia or something like that, so I chose the Big Boss Man. The Big Boss Man, it was Shawn Michaels I picked. And when you finish one guy, then another one comes. Finish the other guy, it's like, oh man. How many of these guys do I have to beat? Then when it was 99, then I was like, yeah, fine. I was like, no, how many more? 100, like 100. And these guys like rotated in size, weight, and wrestling ability. Going from the Farouks to the Bradshaw type fighters to Rey Mysterio, Big Show-esque, Triple H, of course. It was just so many. It was like you didn't know who was coming out, which was the beauty of that match. It's just so amazing. Literally, a shock to think that like me now, there's so much excitement of playing these games, with playing these wrestling games from WWE. It's now been sterilized somewhat. One great match is the Tornado 6, well, the 3 triple threat Tornado tag team match. It was a beautiful match. Another thing that they've taken out, which was not in the videos, was up to 8 men in the ring. Once again, to myself, hang on, if the Clan can do this with a limited, with literally a limited budget and limited licensing, WWE with its massive licensing and all this other stuff and immense computer power, why not have an 8-man elimination Survivor Series match, or even go with the traditional 10-man tag team match? Consoles are getting more powerful. The WWE doesn't have to stick with these pathetic 6-man tag team matches. Another, and I'm just thinking about it, and it's not a part of these videos. Another great thing was the emphasis in the stories. You know, now that they're literally going over past storylines to make the game entertaining. Like, what about the like the line from the Undertaker and one of the in the WWE game, last one with Chris Benoit in it. They have that line: "Your family, your friends will be ashamed of you for a horrendous deed that you did." For me personally, I believe the Georgian Police Department screwed up the entire investigation. They added 2 and 2 together and they got 22. That's how stupid the investigation was. But just like that one line, and even lines say, you know, I'm going to take you straight down to hell, your soul. I'm going to take your soul away. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. I'm doing something else to you. which to me it amped it up. It really beefed up the storyline. And I do believe that these things can be reintroduced. Like, bring back more of a harsher, independent storyline for the games instead of working on some past storyline that was shown some years ago, which would have been pretty cool to have in that year's video game instead of the storylines I'm mentioning now. But now, I honestly believe that to remove those weapons and to take out those functions and matches, it's literally doing a disservice to the WWE history. And on top of that, I don't believe that the WWE can continue going on this more slight ruthless aggression, attitude era style. It's slight ruthless aggression, more PG style of video gaming. It's not going to work. I would just say put back everything that was taken out. Add the 8-man and 10-man tag match. Add the intergender match. That was beautiful. It's just that there are so many wonderful things that have been removed from these games, and we just need to have them put back in. Hell, I would love to see the draft, for the draft itself, for an upcoming game. If they're going to do the whole Stephanie versus Shane deal, I would love to see get a random selection of WWE legends and Hall of Famers that are still alive to be put into these games to be the general manager of Raw or SmackDown. Like, you can firstly do the general managers. I would go, alright, I'll just go to SmackDown, close my eyes, and the screen will like go Lita, Trish, Theodore Long, and a few a fair number, and boom, and it could turn out to be good old JR to be the Raw general manager. And Michael Go goes, "What? He's my boss? I'm the one who is now the voice of Raw? No way, this guy can be the brains of Raw." And just that sort of thing. And SmackDown could easily have gotten Lita. And JBL goes, oh, we may not have a strong man as our general manager, but yeehaw, we got one passionate woman, right, gonna lead the flagship of the WWE. And that sort of thing goes on, and you can either have this idea, just do like a central randomization, and just both locker rooms get filled up, or you choose your brand, your favorite brand's locker room. I could choose Shane McMahon and Lita SmackDown. I would choose, let me see, Seth Rollins. I would choose Tamina. I would choose Alexa Bliss. From NXT, I would choose Sasuke Nakamura. Back when NXT still had guys like Finn Balor and that, I would even have. I'll say, you know what? I'm gonna take Big Cass. I'm gonna leave that little ungrateful Enzo at Raw. Enzo can stay on Raw. I'm gonna have Big Cass. I'm gonna have the club. AJ Styles and with Gallows and Anderson, and toss in Finn Balor, all on the one show. Now people and be like, ooh, okay. And if if like the world title goes to Raw and the women's title, if any of the belts goes on one show, I'll be choosing non-champions because I get to this, and which would be perfect because I get to make my own belts. I would have the SmackDown World Title belt. I could have the SmackDown version of the women's title. I can have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship belts. I can do anything. I'll say, you know what? And if I get like the United States Champion or the Intercontinental Champion, I'm going to trade him for a non-champion to come to SmackDown. Let's say Rusev, US Champion. I'll say, nah, I won't choose Rusev. I know, Braun Strowman from the Wyatt family. I want him to come to SmackDown. People think, oh, why are you doing that, But then I can easily go, aha. I can have the WWE Internet Champ, WWE Network Champion. I can have the WWE Television Champion. Introduced those two belts, designer in the in-game belt designer, and have those belts exclusively on SmackDown. And man, there's just so many things I wanted to say about this topic of what WWE can and should do. But it's about time that it's about almost time from one of my favorite shows. So, I'll leave it there. See you later.